And we are live in the server, a server I never thought we'd reach. Map number 3 between these two teams. And just a reminder here, folks, if you're just joining us now, gonna need to set the stage of the storyline of this game. Map number 1, Anubis. That was Sinner's map pick. They absolutely dominate and dismantle Spirit 13-2. Didn't look particularly close. They come out swinging on Mirage. Spirit's map pick. Reminder, this is the Spirit Academy roster playing in place of the main team. They dismantle them on the first half. 10-2 scoreline in the second, going into the second half. They win the pistol, do Sinners, get up to 12-2, and then it all changed. Spirit find their footing, run back 14 rounds in a row to claim map 2 in overtime, 16-12. Truly one of the most astonishing comebacks, context included, that I can imagine seeing.
I can't wait for this. I cannot wait. What a fire there's been unlit under this best of 3. And if you're Sinners, you have an axe to grind, it feels like, coming into Nuke. And maybe that's what we're seeing in this pistol already. Early frags there. Y1 trade back, but a lot of space right now for Sinners.
Ooh. That's a big kill from Nuke. I was going to say Keegan losing that position is tough.
It's a shame they're moving because they actually have the bomb stuck.
They didn't know.
Yeah, they don't know.
But which way do Sinners... Because Sinners don't know either. Sinners have seen one player, but that was a while ago in Locker. Player could have gone Heaven. Player could have gone Ramp. They don't have a lot of information to operate off of. Oh, there's the spot. The bomb as well, but it comes at a cost. It's all on a Robo now. Robo started to find his footing at the end, but it seems like he is a stand-in based on the information that we know. And he's been far from perfect. That's going to be the round for Sinners. Gotta feel good after losing 14 in a row.
Damn, well, yeah, it's the first round they've won in 40 minutes. So, there'll be some semblance of happiness out of that. And the sooner they get their teeth into Nuke, especially if they can, you know, win a couple early gun rounds, the easier it is to just, you know, compartmentalize what just happened and try and focus. Because that is actually the main thing. I truly believe Sinners are the better team. They have more depth, more structure, full lineup, so much more experience. If they just play even 80-90% of their own game and don't get in their own heads, I really think they're going to clean this up. But we have seen already in this series that Sinners are quite capable of being their own worst enemies.
We do know they like a Nuke, though. They played Nuke against 9 last night. Pretty darn well with it. Oh, that's unfortunate. Quartz just caught in the smoke. I think that was random spam, but Oscar will get 2 back the other way. Bomb's going down. This one should be under the control of Sinners.
Give him the ace. Come on. Let Oscar have it.
Oscar's not about it. Oh, he will. In fact, set him up for the ace. There we go, Oscar.
We saw that double smoke again, and confirmation it wasn't a mistake yesterday. The smoke goes from Tetris to the back side of the site and gives you all the space to go down the vent. Maybe even mini wrap a little bit, I'm not sure. An interesting idea. But like 2 men on this Spirit team made Mirage a match. It was Keegan and it was Magno. And I feel like to have a chance here on Nuke, I need them again to be fearsome, to be aggressive, to be relentless, to throw spanners in the works. I don't think passive rounds are the move. I want to see them up in the face.
Well, it seems like we're going to get a ramp play, so it'll be Keegan who's going to be tested here, at least based on the initial posturing. Sinners took it to ramp a lot last night against 9, but admittedly part of that was that I think Nora was playing there more often than not. So it's also a weak point. Here comes the move. Keegan gonna drop immediately, gets the smoke down, give himself a little bit of cover. It's the right way to play it, but it does, of course, give the real estate on over. And
That was
Shot
that
getting
kill.
a kill elsewhere. That was aggression
Yeah,
through squeaky door.
Yeah, that really changes the complexion. And they're going to wrap into hell. This puts a lot of pressure on those A players. There's nobody up in heaven. This is a very hard defense. If these Sinners players get up and into heaven, it's a very hard hold from the site.
They just mollied heaven, actually, to push a player down. So now that slows it down. Now you get to push back up a ramp, but Keegan actually gives that up. They might redirect. They've got the secret player as well. They could just take it lower. 25 seconds, though. They're still committing into A. Ooh, I don't know about this read. They've got the bomb here. Both defenders are present. Done some damage onto them, but you kill the ramp player, you kill the secret player. You've got to have an idea that it's a little lower. A little weaker. Oscar gets these kills at the cost of great health. Baz has to reload, but in the clutch, Quirts will catch him still putting that new magazine in. Sinners making that one a little friskier than it needed to be, perhaps, but the end result is the same. The first gun round goes their way.
That's another factor in this matchup. You've got to remember, Mike, that they might have not realized who they were playing. Very hard to prep this Spirit Academy team. They might not know the positions. I bet you if they're playing full-on Spirit and they see the nameplates, they'll know it would have been the A players. They would never have committed, so that's a factor as well. A little bit harder to have those lightning-fast mid-round calls when you don't have a good feel for who plays where. Well, that was savage.
It's always nice to see Oscar get off to these hot starts. He's had a few of these in the last couple days that we've seen. Obviously, the ace helps. It always feels good to see that 8-1 line next to your name. Get a waterfall smoke for many. It's like pulling the curtains closed on a window, you know? Very elegant smoke. Keegan, just a USB. He's a dangerous fella, I tell you that. Tough customer, no matter what he's got in his hands. You can see how much more respect Sinners are
giving. Can you believe
giving.
how much they're respecting a USP right now?
It's crazy.
Where's that kill come from? Somewhere outside. Okay. Beastic says, enough of your shenanigans.
A lot of shenanigans, though. Oh my goodness, it's a clutch. It's a 1v1, and Beastic's coming into the fight. There's no way not Neki would expect him to come here. And he's read it right.
This is sloppy from Sinners. They almost lost both of these rounds. With colossal advantages.
It's crazy as well, because they are trying to give so much respect, but maybe they've taken it too far the other direction here. They're giving opportunities for these pistols to slip the gap and initiate the contact.
Feels out of character for Sinners. Yesterday they were very composed. Very composed. Of course, map 1 here was just an absolute slaughter. All the way up to that second half on Mirage. Very few errors. Looking on the same page, but it has to be said, there were more and more mistakes slipping in for Sinners.
I mean, yesterday they didn't give up a 12-2.
No.
Talk about a way to get set off kilter. To get a bit boomed. That'll do it.
Of course, confirmation now that it will be 3D Max, the Frenchman, awaiting in the upper bracket final. Winner of that is going to Pro League. So, I don't know. You want a better carrot dangled in front of you? A match against 3D Max to get into Pro League? A lot of people would take that.
Perhaps doable. Though they are no slouches.
Nope. There's no easy route in Europe, at least.
No.
You only make it to Pro League.
Never. Chalk's down vent. No kill just yet, but no one's adjusted to deal with him. I'm not sure they're aware of the vent dive. They're aware of the possibilities, certainly. Not Neki's looking for it. But I don't know if they know a player got down. It seems like his teammates are going to try and link up with him. With the secret smoke coming in outside. Keegan catches that. Oh, that was a deep peek from Garage. Yeah, that was back on the other side of Red Box, actually. They didn't put a smoke up for it. Now he gets another.
This is a mess. Yeah. I mean, they might have had the player drop vent, but it doesn't really make a lot of difference. It just delays rotations a little bit. Should ensure a plant, though. But with 5 alive for Spirit, they got time to group, play together. And that's definitely how they should approach this after plant.
I like that. You needed to take some sort of initiative. The problem is Beastic also got dinked in it, so now he's going to be a little more timid about taking this ramp control. They needed somewhere to play from. Beastic giving it to them. Again, being the man, the difference maker here. And in the double doors, Baz Burning still gets that kill. But he set up his teammates with a winnable situation. As this door opens, Shock, a big frag found, and it's looking like they're stabilizing. All onto Baz now. And he's out of time. He's out of chances. I'll take that final frag, but that will just make it a little bit more expensive. It's Sinners finding their 5th.
That was very messy. Very messy for Spirit. Baz goes down to the bomb for good measure. They can just never get on the same page. They're feeding him one by one. They definitely had time to coordinate a little bit. So, it's a shame Spirit couldn't be more of a team during this after plant, but equally, Sinners knew what the game was. They knew they had to take fights. And they pushed out in every direction and made it work. The scoreline here doesn't reflect these rounds.
No.
Spirit very easily could have been in control of this map.
Does feel like it's been touch and go, but that's a nice kill for Shock. A second. We've all but determined it, but he's got to be careful not to give up his gun. Still, Quirts dominating everywhere else. They've just got a wounded player in ramp who they know about, and they'll rock on in towards A. So this one now comfortable. You dealt with the pistols well. You dealt with a Spirit trying to get a cheeky kill here or there. You don't lose a body. Now the money stabilizes. You've got that 6-0 scoreline. Sinners back to winning ways.
Yeah, and certainly for their, let's call it the mental game, that will be in a better place, I think. For sure. Eyes on Spirit. Money is reasonably honest from Sinners, so it's not out of control, but CT side of a map like Nuke, definitely expected a little bit more. Keegan as the big green. We haven't seen that many times this half, so we see him get engaged, and Oscar is ready and waiting. He knows every trick in the book. Wily old fox. And he strikes first. Oh, my lord.
Oh, I thought he had it. I thought he had it on that peak. Ugh. Doesn't realize what he's seen in the feed. And then Robo gets 2. That's in towards ramp. They were trying to bring the pressure towards Robo. And there you go. Robo finding his footing a little bit here in the ramp fight. Getting his feet wet. That could be the difference they need. 2v4. Now it's not just about winning here. It's about keeping the health up. Keeping the bodies up.
Magno's playing a dangerous game. Just pushed up secret. Robo goes down to the nade. Magno is clearing from garage. But there is a big gap still towards ramp. There's nobody particularly close to a rotate. It will be Baz dropping vent. As Magno comes back into hell. This is still very doable. Very doable for Sinners if they can get another one-on-one.
Looks like they're going to. Magno just looking for the fight, looking for the dual spot. Deleted. Now the lower side is open to them. The rotation's going to come through from vent. There's only 15 seconds. Time is the big pressure, but there is a Molotov. That could be enough. First player caught. Transition, though. So now it's a 1v2. It's a clutch, and there's no time to spare. Beastic has to try and force this issue, and they will pinch.
They're on the board. They're on the board. Credit to Robo. Had a tough game, had a tough series. We weren't on board. It looked like he spammed them through the smoke. From what I could tell. But an important defense. If they got out of ramp there and it got an even trade or something, it really would not have been an easy round. He did his job just fine. And Spirit need to build off the back of this. Haven't necessarily got massive reserves economically either here, so would hate to see them lose another so soon.
Looking for this fight outside. There's no one in secret this time. There's no one in garage either. Keegan a much more passive angle without that AWP.
Yeah, I think Sinners know it too. That's why they're defaulting like this. Take a lot of liberties. They start to wrap Zedco over Mini. You've clearly heard this of Spirit. You can see the spam from Mini. And let's see what Zedco can get done.
Oh, Robo coming into the angle. This is going to get real weird. Keegan looks around in time. That could have been terrible. If Keegan was lost, Robo might have been next to follow, but instead, now they go down secret. They've got no second element to this. They have a player up in hut who might actually get overlooked here, but he's not. Baz clears it. Baz checks it. So now another 3v5. See if Spirit can bring this one through a little bit healthier. A little bit more cleanly. Stick. Gonna have some blemishes on. Try and get some plants on through. Oh, comes off the plant. Comes off the bomb because Magno just forces the issue. Time is an issue now. 12 seconds. They need to get this bomb planted. Nades sailing over. Molotovs as well. They have to stick, and indeed they will. B-Stick bailing them out. Somehow staying alive, but only for a matter of moments. It's all on Oscar. A 1v2, though, is winnable. The bomb's planted for him. Tap. The tap on. Oscar, where did he think Baz had gone? Maybe a little bit of miscommunication about where that bomb was planted. A little bit of confusion there, but whatever it is, it's the second round for Spirit.
Needed that. Needed that. Good opening kills. And just so many times since getting put in these tough positions. I mean, I said it. These rounds, the scoreline is definitely good for Sinners, but these rounds have been anything but clean. And this one kind of proves the point. Spirit, though, starting to stabilize. Let's see what the money is at for Sinners. Not enough. A couple of the guys do have some cash, but overall, very weak investment. Just some deagles out, only Shocker's armor. So Spirit have done a lot of the hard work. And finally a chance against an eco.
Looking clean so far. Magno hitting shots outside. And he'll add a third onto it. This is important, right? This is finally getting some cash flow. Robo gets his. It's all on Shock alone. Not a lot of health. Deagle in a dream. That dream right now might just be 1 or 2 kills. Something. Anything to take out of this round. But it's not gonna happen. A 4-piece on for Magno Jez. That'll get the confidence flowing. And an important third round for Spirit.
Series. Baz has played a good series.
Yes.
Even when his, I mean, remember on Mirage, even when his team was getting battered, he's still playing well. Of course, the lone, I don't know, use the word survivor, the lone holdout from that previous Spirit Academy team. No doubt a bit of bittersweet feelings seeing his teammates promoted and he didn't go along with them. But Baz in this series is showing that he is not an individual to be slept on. He can play some Counter-Strike.
A little bit of an awkward fight there for Magno. Jez gets punished for it. Wanted to spam. Always risky to face like that. It's now a 5v4 and okay. Oscar, he's got the op. He's collecting scalps outside. Found his 15th kill. We're only on round 10. He's got 15. Shaw. Better have a player walk through on him. That was a little over ambitious from Baz right after you praise him, Alan. And this round is looking like a non-starter. Spirit just getting swept off. Where do you want to take it, Sinners? Well, congratulations. You can do so. It's a little bit of an awkward fight, but Bomb is down. And Robo has to know it's just a matter of time. Flanks are on. The front is there, and he's a goner.
Best round for a while from Sinners. Off the back of Oscar, who played a great series, been relentless. Playing a little bit angry, from what I can tell in this game, and no surprises there, given the fashion. Mirage flipped on its head. So Spirit do have another buy in the tank. They kept their winning rounds fairly clean. Not a lot left to speak of now. Even so, the buy here is good. Keegan, big green on him. He was a force to be reckoned with on Mirage. And I feel like I haven't seen so much of Keegan yet on this defense, so give us a round.
No, we've seen some of it outside, but need to see a little more. This is one of those maps where you can shift the op around so much, right? We saw it yesterday with Oscar, getting aggressive in hut, going for those early peaks. This time it's Baz, goes 1 for 1. The A-side defense is holding for the moment. It's looking good. That flashbang is brutal, but Keegan, fortunately, gets away with one. Look at the flank. Look at the flank that's on. Oscar reads this, and he's got the kill. My goodness, spots the next. Keegan can't land the shot. It's down to the 2v2. B-Stick's making his way in towards heaven. Robo knows he's coming. Robo misjudges the timing, and now it all falls to Keegan. Had some highlights, absolute highlights on Mirage to make this a game. We need another one. He's out in the open. If B-Stick just comes around the corner, he's a goner. But he's creeping his way in towards Squeak. Oh my goodness, he's giving them the slip. Gonna ring around the rosy. How do you read this if you're Sinners right now? You know he was on site. You know he dropped down.
If Oscar can farm for heaven, this is still very good for the T side. That's the important part.
Yeah, they've got this held. They've got this held. No way. No chance. No how.
There's a clinic. Great round. Basic looking good. Put the brakes on just at the right moment. And you can see here, Magno was so intent on flanking Hut. Maybe he should have bided his time a little bit more. And being round number 12, there's no option. Spirit has to force into this 4 MP9. Scout on Keegan. This does not bode well. I'm getting up to 4.
B-Stick trying to initiate. Gonna get taken down there. Still damage done on the 2 players. But that's a fight you really want to be winning if you're B-Stick. A lot of phasing through smoke from some of these plays. Now, this point, Keegan in the garage with the scout could be an interesting element. There's a second player, Magno, just coming to support Robo.
They are so low. Peppered and they're dead.
Fortunately, there's no HEs. The shot clear this other angle. He does indeed. Figured it was a crossfire based on the position of the first. Reads it nicely. And now in towards lower they go. Baz is here. But no teammates can join him. At least not yet. And not ever for not Neki.
Bombs off to A. Bombs off to A. With all the info. Gonna be 9 for Sinners. Gotta be said, we're asking a lot of questions between these maps coming into this third. And Sinners have done a pretty good job answering those.
Right back into their winning ways. How do you want to approach this, Baz? Can get a rifle, but I think in doing so, it's going to give up the audio cue position. Yep, knows he is. Player in mini, he's going to catch him, just going fast into it. Quartz and Oscar taking the fight, and they will have it. 9-3 will send us to the half. And we're back into the second half of play, 9-3. Again, a dominant scoreline from Sinners, but hey, we've seen worse. And we've seen Spirit turn this around. Let's see if they can do it here. Words, 1-for-1. Baz and Keegan. All right, getting a little juice going. This pistol round's looking viable. Looking good. I'm just gonna go down. Keegan doesn't want to stop fighting though. Keegan just gonna take command here. It's all on Oscar. Okay, he's just gonna let Keegan go past. Sure, whatever. Flipped his path. And they don't think he can be here. Oscar! Oscar! Making a round of this one! Knows where Keegan is as well. Knows he's gonna be getting into heaven. Gets the Tech 9 upgrade. Here's the tap bomb's not planted for heaven. That's an issue. But the patience shown right now. They know he's not on it. Now they could just toy with time. They don't have to fight him. They don't have to face, but not Neki will still do him the dishonor of a bullet in the head. Ooh. Ooh, a little energy there on the end.
I like it. Quick pistol. Spirit finding frags as they roll onto A. And first tick box. Give it a little tick. Pistol 1. Looks like Sinners are not going to be buying. So we should expect guns in the third of this half. And yes, we certainly have already today seen what we'll describe as an unbelievable comeback. A reverse sweep of the highest proportions, 14 rounds in a row. I mean, there was a 13-0 essentially in that map. You add it all together. Ridiculous scenes. So we know there is scope individually to pull this off. And that was a good first start, so build upon it. Certainly, though, I think we need to see... I need to see Magno and Keegan getting more engaged. Keegan has had his moments, actually. He's been very isolated here on Nuke. I need to see both of them being star players.
Found something there in that pistol. Maybe just needs the second half. They're rocking out on towards the A site. Haven't found the hut player yet. Oh, but Beastit can't get her done. Bomb will be planted this round. Wasn't likely, but now it's over. I think they're just trying to do some damage, maybe drop some guns on the bomb, on the exits. One found. All right, little something. Force the players back. Robo needs to get out of here.
They don't need to fight this at all, these Spirits, so...
Yeah, they don't even really care if they get the MAC 10. But one more kill. Bigger number, better number, Alan.
That's how it works. That's how it works. Well. Still some work to do for Spirit, but... You know, as deficits go, this isn't too bad. And the guns out for Sinners. No AWP for Oscar. He did actually resell. Okay, yeah, M4. So no AWP for that CT side. And Oscar's been a beast. He's been an absolute monster during this series. So that's a bit of a shame, but we know his rifles are normally up to snuff.
Yeah.
So
far from an issue.
Not too concerned.
In to see if they can get vision, but Bass and Magnochez, escaped their vision. Magnochez slipping under the radar. I don't know how he got into mini unspotted, but he has just ended this round.
My God.
Some real rifles from Oscar. And rounding this corner, I mean, not Neki is just set up to deal with him.
It's just savagery. Absolute savage stuff. And I think that Sinners on notice. 5 alive for Spirit. I'm guessing Magno came through the CT smoke. A lot of people call it the glaive smoke, the one that lands between red and mini. I'm guessing that's how he got up close. He gets all the way in. You can just see the player there.
Did he phase the squeaky smoke?
I don't think so. That would be wild. But then again, how... Yeah, because the outer player had no idea. The one that's coming back into mini.
However he got there, the end result is the same, which is that it's the end of the round for Sinners. Now they're in a very tough spot. And look, after what happened on Mirage, they got to be a little nervous here. Zedko? Oh my goodness, Zedko. There's a player down secret. He kind of seems to know about it. But they're going to call that this is clear. And, oh, fluffs the shot. Brilliant bit of positioning, but Magnochez gets away with another two-piece. Quartz has caught a player setting up smokes back in spawn. That's an upgraded gun. That's something. Some element of danger in this round. Oscar in the corner. Things could still get weird. Isn't done just yet. Bomb's sitting in garage as well, so there's time in which things can get weird. Robo on the roof, trying to get these kills, now making footsteps. They might have heard that. But what can they do about it? Sprint, there's only 35 seconds. You can't spend all the time in the world.
Need to go A. Okay, good trade. Player up in heaven now, so I'm feeling a little bit better, but the bomb is in the open. 20 seconds.
You can't go down the ladder. You have to go around. You have to go around. Oscar hears that player drop. He knows. Oh, he spotted the one. Ooh, that's got to be aspect ratio. Don't know what he plays on, but not the ticket here. They're going up top. The 5-7 could ruin them. There's the first, the second as well, and it's happened. Pistols. Pistols, Allen. 2 sets of armor and base pistols. Barely an upgrade, and Sinners find double digits.
That's a disaster. That was Spirit in the game. They just convert. Where was the killer instinct from Spirit? Why are we taking so long to mess about with getting players into heaven and the bomb isn't committed in a direction? That is disastrous, and then for Shock to end it in that fashion. We keep asking questions to Sinners. We keep asking, you know, how many times they let the slip, how many mistakes we're going to see. They're only 3 rounds from winning this series. So, they can just get this done.
At the end of the day, you can forget about it all if you get the dub. It's the only number that matters. When it's all said and done, ooh, they just slip into secret. I don't know if Zedko spotted just a pixel there, a pop-up on the mini-map. But they're all 4 lower.
Baz vent dived, because he's all the way down. They can't rotate down vent, and I think Sinners know it. So they might need to lobby push soon. They have no info, really, on what's going on.
Chalk's actually down here before they come out. But he's going to have a rude surprise from Decon here in a moment. Here they go. Shot can't get her done. This looks like a safe call. Bombs down, no positioning, no control, no access point. Yeah, Sinners back away off of this one. So, losing the anti-eco doesn't end the hopes for Spirit here. They'll still get a chance to fight as Sinners concede.
Where's the money going to be at? Zedko could drop an A1. At the least. They might have a tiny bit more loss bonus and maybe even an M4. Okay. Definitely some promise here from Spirit. They have a playbook. They have options. They are absolutely ruthless on their entries. The pace they play with. This game isn't done. If Spirit get this game near overtime, I'll be more impressed than the comeback. Because this game, they've made mistakes, they fumbled. They've lost rounds they should have won. They just lost to pistols.
I'm still going to say the 14 rounds in a row is pretty outrageous. Pretty outrageous. Zedko aggressive. Ooh, player up on top of him. Magnochez gets the opening. Blood. Magnus just has been having an incredible time outside here. Just the initial aggression. Now there's a player on top of Mini as well. It's Robo. Oscar's trying to come back up for this fight. But they're backing away. They got what they came for.
Oh!
Robo! Hitting a ripper! And things are looking bad for Sinners in this one.
Looking bad for them on this map. They lose this round. They got no cash in reserve. And what do? I guess you just commit to stacking one of the sites. Playing spread out doesn't feel like a good option right now. If you are Sinners, look how slow Spirit are playing. Because they are well aware aggression could be the answer in this man-down situation. Coalescing now in towards lobby, and as long as they're well spaced, good chances here for trades. B-Stick is spotted. Out of where that nade. Think about going in again.
Okay. Little one-for-one trade. Still in control towards HUD. It's not an impossible situation. Now it's pretty dang tough. And indeed, it is. Beastie can't stay alive to allow Shock to play off of him. Overwhelming force there from Spirit. And as you said, the money's gone. The opportunity to tie up the scoreline is now here. Spirit. Look, they fumbled one of pistols before. It's not a sure thing. But it's a pretty dang good opportunity to close this gap to just one round.
My God, if Sid has had to invest so much more than they ever would have expected an hour ago to get this series near the end.
It's turned into a match fitting of an upper bracket semifinal of ESL Challenger League.
And we're not with the main Spirit lineup. That's the crazy part.
We were thinking we were just set for disappointment after map 1. After the first half of map 2.
Absolutely. I mean, we can, you know, we have a say in which game is being played. We assumed it was the main Spirit lineup. And there were questions of whether we might have made the wrong decision. Well, we didn't. Definitely didn't. This is a storyline that has to be put on the mainstream. And just imagine if Spirit win this series. Can you even believe the scenes?
So close to it. They cleared out outside. Dead coat down. There's aggression here through Squeak. Beastic could be in an interesting spot to catch Baz. Oh, actually, Baz is up on T-Roof, so never mind. Not going to be able to do so. And Quartz is now out of play. So one by one, the bodies are falling here.
Yeah,
Spirit
they learned their
making
lesson
no
as
blunders.
well. They learned their lesson after the last anti-eco. Much more disciplined.
Time's an issue, though. 30 seconds. This 7 kill. Shock can get it. No, not Neki has it. Now they can wrap their tendrils around the A site. Oscar's actually going down, but he's made the wrong call. Unless the call was to save, which it might actually be with Beastic backing off. 2 sets of armor gives them something to fight with in the future. And this one's done.
This is game on. And Spirit have so much money. So much. Could even be advantage Spirit if we're in the economy. Very interesting stuff. As we get into the business end of this series. Winner plays 3D Max. I think, is that tomorrow, that game? I forget how it's staggered.
I think we get a day off where we catch up in the lower bracket, and then it's tomorrow, or that's tomorrow, and then there's a day off.
I've got a feeling it's tomorrow. I've got a feeling they just play it out really early.
I think you're right, actually.
Which shouldn't be the case, but it's how it always runs in these. Yeah, I believe it is tomorrow. A very intriguing matchup. No matter who wins this, loser is going to face Forza in the lower brackets, and we know that Forza team can be potent. Very, very important set of rounds to come to decide who is actually getting these Pro League spots.
Smokes down outside early. There's an op and ramp. Oscar might have spotted a pixel there, but I don't believe so because they are past. They are down. And
Does Robo know he has bomb? He is really, Robo is really light with this bomb to cross, and he's got to just run. All this smoke spider case made it. That was a bit scary.
All good now. All good now. They just have to deal with Zedco. They're bringing in Shock as well. So they've got the read. They've got some information. They got some idea of how this one's going to go. Boost up. Awkward fight. MagnoJez comes out on top of this. And now the 5v4. Do they expect the second player? No. No idea. Shock. An unpleasant surprise. And he's just going to give them the business. Kill after kill coming in. All on the Baz. Well, at least we'll whittle down the numbers. But Sinners might have just found the stand they needed. Shock. A massive play. And it all falls to one man who can get no further. Sinners not ready to let this one go just yet.
Let's see this again. I mean, the spacing isn't perfect from Spirit, but they are not expecting a second player to be in the same area that early. Shock has just done a lot to stop this comeback in its tracks. Still, though, money in the bank for Spirit. Another buy for them. Sinners eking ever closer to winning the series that should have been won an hour ago, an hour and a half ago. 2 to go for Sinners to finally get this series done.
The phase through smoke, that's ambitious. Spirit maybe starting to feel a little desperation. Speaking of a phase through smoke, here's Zedco with the backstab. Oh, the second as well. And this could be it. This could be spelling the end to an incredible storyline. To an incredible effort. A show of guts. Performance that Spirit can certainly be proud of. But now it's seeming like another comeback's going to be required of them. A little bit of damage, but this round... surely an impossibility. Bomb nowhere close at hand.
Could even think about
a minute to work with.
Zedco's grabbed the orb off the body of Keegan, so that's not going to be saved.
Thinking about,
yeah,
I
buying
mean,
whatever in the next. So let's see. Could give us a look.
Not going to get it. He's going to be down, done, dusted. We'll just need one drop, so it should be fine. No economic issues here. They'll get a real chance to make this. But now Spirit have to win 3 in a row. Still, Alan, they're no strangers to being down and out.
Absolutely not. It's worth also saying that given the caliber of game Oscar is having, if he just plays average, maybe Spirit have already won this map. He has been beastly, and of course Shock had his moment as well. The 4K a couple ago. Round 22. 3 required on the trot. Normally we say that's a big deal, but in the context of this series, never say never. What have you got for us, Spirit? Is there any life left in those batteries?
Feels like this outside fight has been such a determining factor, as it so often is on Nuke. Ooh, Zedco, a little information. Flashbang give him the chance for that shoulder peek, but it's going to be dangerous. Shock just walking in. Oh, finding the kill as well. Zedco's lost outside, so that engagement is won, but Oscar now with his teammate. This double push from ramp is successful, and the bomb's on the roof. The bomb's on the roof. And Santa Claus can't come down this chimney right now. He's waiting for his teammates to try and pressure this in. But Robo, why? Making the move ahead. Trying to maybe distract so that they can just phase through the smoke. This is disastrous now. This is a fumble of epic proportions. The nade will finish Robo. It all falls to Keegan. 4 players required to find. Oh no, Spirit. Not the way you wanted to end this. Not the way you wanted this story to close. But Sinners, they'll take it every day of the week. Look, blunders galore on Mirage. Gotten a little overconfident. Fell from a tall perch. But here on Nuke, they've gutted it out. They've done it. At the end of the day, by hook or by crook, it doesn't matter how you get this round. It just matters that you do. Still Keegan. Got something to say about that. Trying to pre-fire. trying to engage. Quart spots him, confirms. The flank is nearing closer. All the while, B-Stick here for the backstab. It's just a matter of time, and B-Stick and Quartz will put him down. Sinners have done it. They move on into the upper bracket final here in Season 46 of the ESL Challenger League. Oh, it got a little close. Got a little scary. But Sinners still do what they thought they would.